Welcome back.
Just getting ready to wrap our beef ribs. We went ahead and made up a little bit of butter and Worcestershire and
Beef broth
and some rub. And rendered that down, and we're gonna add that when we wrap our beef ribs up here. Check on them, see how they're doing. See what we got.
They are looking perfect. These
Looking
are
amazing.
Texas style, so this is salt and pepper. Onion powder, garlic powder. I believe that was about it on the rub. So we're just gonna...
Does the mix intensify the beef flavor? We just wanted to keep it, you know, kind of a beef base, but we're just really trying to keep good moisture in there and keep them nice and tender. So that's why we're gonna add this to it whenever we wrap them.
It does help with the flavor a little bit, but this is more about moisture than anything else.
You're just gonna pour right around there.
And give it a little bit of a base to help keep everything nice and moist. Because there's so much connective tissue in there, it's a little bit like a brisket as far as how we try to keep it nice and tender.
Do we like beef ribs better than pork ribs? Not necessarily. This is our first time doing pork ribs. Beef ribs. We've normally always done just pork ribs, but we decided we'd just change it up for 4th of July. So
Do something a little bit different.
wrap them up nice and tight.
And this will go back on. Be careful not to puncture your foil. You don't want to lose that moisture.
And then rack number 2.
And remember, this one's going to look a lot more red. It's going to have more of a mahogany color. This is our Hasty Bake rub. So we've got that nice
those
dark
babies
red.
looking good.
These look like they're not real far from being finished, really. These might come off a little early and sit in the cooler for a little bit. So again, the liquid is more about keeping moisture in there. It does add a little bit of flavor, but those are looking and smelling amazing. I'm just gonna pour this around. And again, it's just butter, Worcestershire sauce, beef broth, and then some seasoning. And we'll put the recipe up on pitbuddiesbbq.com, and we'll link it on our Facebook page. So if you haven't, check us out. You can get the full write-ups on our recipes today. As long as it's out here, let's go ahead and throw this other piece of foil on.
Yeah. And now really you don't even have to add any more smoking wood to it, because all you're doing now is cooking it inside. All that meat, including the 2 briskets, is taking all the smoke it's going to take. So now if it was raining outside, you could even take these in and put them in your oven if you wanted to, if you didn't want to mess with cooking outside anymore. But so these babies are just going to cook for a little bit longer, and we'll catch you guys whenever we get ready to pull them off.
All right, shutting her up.
Thanks,
we'll see y'all in a
guys.
bit.